It's hard to be the only coward in the room. It's easy to be brave when everyone else is brave. I think we're evolutionarily designed to be that way. If you look at going over the top, they didn't send one man over the top by himself. You charged in a group, right? There's something about the fever of being in a group that makes you braver. So the first thing I would recommend is that if you have cowards in your life, try not to be too close to them. And I'm not saying get rid of your friends, but at least have some friends who are certainly brave. If I have to act bravely, if I had to charge into a burning house, I know which ones of my friends I'd want beside me. So you should know brave people. So we all collapse to some degree to peer pressure. We're all programmable. Everyone understands that age-old saying that if you look at your 5 best friends, that's who you're going to be. You know, look at the 5 people you hang around with most of, you're going to be the sum of those 5 people. If everybody knows that's true, then you should be very careful with who those 5 people are. If you choose 5 brave people, then what are you going to be? You're going to be brave. So the first thing I would say is pay attention to brave people, talk to brave people, network with brave people, be friends with brave people. And then you're going to find it very easy to be brave. It's hard to be the only coward. It's actually quite difficult. And that's the reason why the cowards find it hard to be brave, because they only talk to cowards. And also, I think that the world we live in now, although the tech companies are trying to crush us, we do have an advantage with the internet. And if you listen to the right podcast, if you listen to this one, you're already listening to one of the right podcasts. Find people who think like you online, anywhere else, join their communities, join their networks. I have a website, CobraTake.com. I have some things on there. I have a network called The War Room with people who all think similar to I do and like you do. So find these networks and try and integrate with them and associate with them. And I think that's I think that's 80% of the battle. And then the other part of the battle is the harder part, which is to insulate yourself against repercussion for being brave. And that's not as easy. I'm not going to say that's the easy part, but after you make a bunch of brave friends, you start to do brave things. And then you need to start thinking, like I was saying earlier on the podcast, okay, if I'm going to act brave, how are they going to punish me for doing that? Well, okay, so I'll sell my house and I'll do something else, or I'll have a house in another country, or I'll buy a house under a company which is owned by someone who I'm good friends with, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I think those 2 things are all of it. If you only hang around with brave people and you no longer fear the repercussion of being brave, you're going to be a brave person.
Yeah, that's